Hey there Internet, Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars and Keeve YouTube channel. In this video, we're going over the Westinghouse 2700 PSI gas pressure washer, 2.3 GPM. This is the cheapest gas pressure washer that you can get on Amazon. There are some listed for cheaper, but they have delivery fees that put it over the $300 mark. This has 18,000 reviews on Amazon, a 4.6 rating, and only 4% is 1 star. So really good unit. Checked at Home Depot. It's at Home Depot as well. It's at $299 at Amazon and at Home Depot. Home Depot, 6,000 reviews, 4.8 rating. I kind of wanted to go over this because I kind of needed a gas pressure washer and I didn't want to spend a lot. I don't use it very often, like maybe once a year to clean the driveway or clean the front porch, something like that. So we're not really going to do a whole bunch of upgrades and stuff to this unit. We're going to be using that stock hose, stock gun, that kind of stuff. And obviously you can change these to any kind of upgrade path you want. Now the features, you're going to get a couple of nozzles. Actually, it doesn't come with the orange nozzle, which I think is probably the best for concrete cleaning. They do have a 25 and a 50 and a 0. These are 3.0s. So we'll see which size are the best. I'll go ahead and use a turbo nozzle with this as well as an accessory to see how it works with a turbo nozzle. I have a new surface cleaner that I'm doing a video on soon as well that we're going to try out and use it with a surface cleaner, see how well it does. Other features, obviously has a soap tank. I don't ever use the soap tank, but it's there for you if you want to use it. This comes in the box just like this. You have the handle. It's got 2 little push buttons back here. We'll snap those in and it's in. For 300 bucks, you're not going to get the greatest thing in the world. These aren't rubber. These are plastic. And, you know, they're a little jiggly. There are cotter pins here, so these are easy change out if you need to change them out. There's a stopper to install up front. There is a bracket over on this side to install for the hose holder. And then there's a bracket to install over here. We have a 25-foot hose, just the rinky-dink ones that come with these cheap products. I mean, 300 bucks, you're not going to get the best stuff in the world. It comes drained of oil. It's shipped, but it has had oil in it. They do give you exactly the amount of oil that you need. It takes 20 ounces. This is a 20.3 ounce bottle. They do give you a little funnel piece as well. Comes with a spray gun right here. I keep hiding behind that. Just your normal kind of spray gun. M22 14 millimeter. You have your extension wand. You have M22 here, but you have 1/4-inch quick disconnects at the end here. You can get an adapter for this if you're ever going to use this for a quick car wash or something and you don't have like an upgraded spray gun. I'll link that below as well. Now your intervals for maintenance, it says after 5 hours, drain the oil and refill it. So there's a break-in period. Changing oil is pretty easy on this. You have a bolt right here. That bolt undoes. There's actually a hole in the frame underneath here, so you can put your cup, bowl, or whatever you use to catch the oil. It's going to drain right in there. And after that 5-hour break-in, about every 100 hours to every season, you're going to do your oil changes. Your spark plug, your air filter, it says every 300 hours. Now you would think that something like this, you'd be like afraid that you won't have the parts because it's an Amazon. It's a very popular model. And in the instruction booklet, it gives you the spark plug part numbers for about 5 different brands. The filter, about every 100 hours, it's best to take that filter out and just kind of, it's a foam filter that you just kind of get wet and you squeeze out, let it dry, and then you put it back on. All these parts are going to be readily available. So let's put the stopper on. Just goes through this hole right here, just like that. Now the thing about this bolt is it's in there. Now it's not exactly easy to get a wrench in there. A socket, much easier. There's already a bolt here that holds the soap tank. There's an empty hole sitting right here ready. This sits just like this. And you could either thread this any way you want. It's best to thread this way because it just looks better that way. And back here as well, not a whole lot of room for a wrench. So our last piece up here kind of bolts from the back. It has existing hardware right here. All the rest of these are just pop rivets holding that in. This is an actual bolt. And we're all together there. Your wand just goes in like this, screws in. Beauty of M22. Hand tight, no tools needed. So you're gonna sit up here like this. Kind of fits really nice in there. I can put our color-coded nozzles in there, little grommets right here. Now the way that detergent tank works is basically you put that nozzle on your sprayer, and if you're using this nozzle, somehow it just knows through pressure and vacuum that that nozzle's on there, and it will pull from the soap tank. But it won't pull from the soap tank while you have the other nozzles on. So your hose hooks up right here. It's got a little plastic cap on here from factory. Same threading as the gun to the wand there. Then I'm going to hook it up to this gun. You see right here. Obviously, water hose goes right here. You can use quick connects or whatever you want to use. That's very simple right there. Now, before we get going, let's put some oil in here. Kind of off the top. And then we'll start and we'll just squeeze oil in there. You don't want to do it too fast. We're all the way at the top, right where we need to be. A little bit left in there. There we go. Your operation, you have a choke here. Goes over. You have your gas on and off. So it's off factory. We're turning it on. We have it at full choke, obviously, because when we pull our first start, we're going to do that engine switch. There's an on and an off. On is down. So before we get to that, check the links in the description below for anything that's in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get the testing. Whew. It is hot outside, and obviously the lighting's terrible for camera work. I do want to say, this little click-in thing here, I really like it because it just, you set that right there, and this, the gap between the hose, the M22 piece here, and the gun is, it just slides right in. It's really secure, really nice. So we did already hook up our hose. We already have the water flowing through, as you can see. Flowing out here, and make sure you get all the air bubbles out. Another good thing I like about this unit is it's a metal gas tank on the top. A lot of the other ones, like the one I have, but the one I have is probably 6 or 7 years old, the 2700, the gas filler cap is here and it's plastic. Kind of nice. You can really see your fuel level a lot better here. Easier to fill it up because the one that I had on the side with the angle, when it was running, it would splash when you're trying to fill it up. Oh yeah, that holds way more gas than the last one, that's for sure. Choke, gas on, switch on. How many pulls to get this to run? Oh, that was first run. We didn't have to use any starter fluid. Let's run without choke. You can hear it in the background. I put it outside the garage with the garage door closed so we can do some of these tests, because obviously gas pressure washer will run like that all the time. That is the disadvantage of the gas pressure washer, is that it is always running and they're not quiet at all. This is the stock 40 degree. That's a 3.0. Ooh, baby, that's got some pop. Definitely don't want to be using that kind of pressure on your hood. So I ended up using my shorter adapter here. Like I said, I'll link it below. It basically just makes that long wand this little piece right here. This one costs you like $10 or $12, but man. So out of the box, PSI 28.25. All right, I have an empty bucket. I have it sitting on a scale. I have that scale zeroed out with the bucket, so all of the pounds that we're gonna weigh here to convert to gallons. We're gonna let this run for 1 minute. So 20.82 pounds, 2.49 gallons per minute. That's why you get a gas pressure washer. We fluctuated between 27.50 and 28.25 at 2.49 gallons per minute. This is definitely an understated machine. So I do apologize. The highest I have is a 5.0. That should be a significant drop in PSI, but I don't know if it's enough to get us to 1,000. That gets us to 1250. So I think a 5.5 or maybe even a 6 is going to be dead on. You don't need to be like this far away like your normal pressure washer. Maybe about this far away. Wow, that was quite the improvement. We're at 23.8, 2.85 gallons per minute. 1250, 2.85. I think if you got to a 5.5 or even a 6.0, you're going to be 900 to 1,000, and you're going to be pumping out close to 3 gallons per minute. Now with a foam, obviously it'll foam. This is the biggest orifice I have. It's a 1.45. With a gas pressure washer, you surely shouldn't have anything less than a 1.5. Maybe even a 1.75. We know it's going to go crazy. This is incredible suds, 32-to-1 dilution, great cleaning, foaming, soap, really good. Cars will keep save you 10%. Even the foam has PSI. It's crazy. Look at that. We'll rinse that off with the 5.0 tip. See this mold and mildew buildup we have here, this black stuff right here. I'm just going to do the different tips. 40-degree on this, probably. It's mortar. I don't want to go crazy on the mortar. 25-degree on the concrete. We'll try a turbo nozzle as well, and a surface cleaner. This is my brand new 13-inch 4,000 psi 2-in-1, so it can be, the legs can be flipped around to shoot up underneath the car. Pretty cool. But right now we're just going to see how this does. I think 13 inch is pretty good. It handles up to 4,000 psi. As you heard that noise back there, that's actually the pressure relief on the pressure washer. So every once in a while it'll shoot a little bit of water out the back, but don't worry about that. That's just relieving pressure. But I think this is the right size for me. You can get bigger ones, but I wanted one that could work with electric pressure washers and gas pressure washers, so look out for that video. So there's the front driveway. As you can see, I did half of it, so you can see the before and after. See how nice and clean versus how dirty that is. And then nice and clean all the way up to the end. It looks really good with the grass. Well, here's your before and after of the side driveway where my wash bay is. Well, there you go. And man, this thing is pretty freaking good. I mean, obviously for $299, we got the cheaper wheels, but actually when it runs, it doesn't wobble. It's pretty solid. Really good numbers. We got right around 2,800 psi at 2.49 gallons per minute. We dialed it down to 1250. That's the lowest I go. I didn't have a nozzle. We definitely could have gone lower and gotten even more. 2.85 gallons per minute, 1250. So if we dial it down to 1,000, 5.5 or 6.0 nozzle, I guarantee you will be pretty close to 3.0 gallons per minute as well. Just crazy. Just be careful if you use it with a foam cannon. I would suggest you get like a 1.75 or maybe even a 2.0 orifice, just to not have such crazy pressure with the foam. The turbo nozzle is an active turbo nozzle, which is meant for the active 2.0 and 2.3, so it's meant for higher gallons per minute. Worked really well. You saw how easily it ripped that up. That surface cleaner, I'll have a video out soon. I'm gonna film that later today. So if something happens to this today, I plan to use it for almost a full 5 hours for the oil change. If something happens, I'll chime back in because obviously I'll edit this down the road. Really good. That surface cleaner was awesome. You'll see the video on that. Now that surface cleaner was like 60 bucks. So, I mean, full stainless steel, really good 2-in-1. Well, there you go. Don't forget to check out the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Comes with a screw. Ooh. So that's just going to sit up here like this. Before we get to that, go ahead and check out the description. So before we get to that, check out the description below. So before we get to that, check the links in the description below. Oh my gosh. So before we get to that, check the links, but oh my gosh. I can't tell you, I hit that pound button and it just wants to fucking reset. Ouch. Oh, you fucker, reset again. Oh, it's like the batteries are not seating properly. There we go. Oh, you reset again. Oh my goodness.